Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you know we love me some rumor mill around here. You know that Jesse the Common Nerd enjoys reporting on these things because you know what? They're just fun and sometimes they turn out to be true, and then that always makes it fun too because we were like, ha ha ha, see, aren't you glad we talked about that? Aren't you glad you're subscribed to this channel because you knew about it first before all of the rest of your friends out there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of them situations where now that we know that it seems like, at least to a certain degree, the MCU is dead as we know it, going over there at Disney Marvel after the reports and rumors of all of the crazy activists producers out there getting completely and totally fired from the back end. And now that we've got a trailer from the Daredevil Born Again, which makes sure you go check out our trailer reaction for that one because I am very cautiously optimistic about that series out there. It seems like there might be a change in the wind out there. And obviously one of the biggest issues that people have had over the last few years, especially with the bait and switch that was Black Panther Wakanda Forever, the Chadwick Boseman with a very, very sad passing. The guy was absolutely superb in that role. He did absolutely incredible in all the instances that we saw him out there. And boys and girls, it was one of those things that when he passed away, sadly, he was a very private man. He kept his diagnosis to himself, and sadly, with his passing, it was one of them situations where a lot of people, a lot of the fans out there were calling for him to be recast. Even the actor's family, Chadwick Boseman's family himself, themselves, was asked about that, and even they said that the character should absolutely be recast. That is what Chadwick would have wanted because it's a character that needs to carry on. Now, obviously, Black Panther Wakanda Forever led it up to be Shuri to be the next Black Panther, and of course, if the MCU would have actually been successful and not turned into an absolute box office disaster that cost the company hundreds of billions of dollars, well, maybe they would have continued going forward with that. But we've been hearing the rumors for quite a while, and now they've been looking to recast the Black Panther out there with someone new. And now we've got at least a few ideas of who may it end up being. There's at least 3 names on this list. One of them is very likely to not come into the running for reasons that'll become very apparent once we get into it. But boys and girls, this is what we've got so far. And as I am hoping that the MCU, that Disney Marvel, for some reason, we can pull off an absolute miracle, although it'll actually be definitely to God's grace on that one if they actually can pull this off, have seen the errors of their ways, willing to pull their head out of their butt. Although I guess considering how far they've had it shoved up there, I guess it kind of couldn't really tell the difference between either one of them. But needless to say, let's hoping that they pull their heads out of their butt and they actually make good decisions going forward. And this is definitely a step in the right direction. So as you can see here from the headline over here at comicbookmovie.com, Black Panther. 3 actors Marvel Studios has considered for the MCU's new T'Challa revealed. And as also one of the things that might be revealed in this article as well is we did hear a little rumor not too long ago about the fact that there was an actor out there that basically gave the MCU a big F you. I don't want any part of your nonsense and garbage, and probably had a lot to do with what they'd seen come out over the last few years. Well, guess what, boys and girls? It'll make it very apparent as to which one of those decided to potentially take a better deal. So we're going to check out this article from comicbookmovie.com, getting you all the juicy details of exactly who all of the rumor mills, all of our favorite rumor people out there have come up with, all of our favorite leakers. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. We literally just crossed 1,500. We just crossed 1,550. We're on our way to 1,600 over here on YouTube, and almost on our way to 1,200 over there on Rumble. So please, if you haven't already, make sure you join our lovely little community, our lovely little fellowship over here, and become a subscriber. We would really certainly appreciate that as well. And let us know what you think about this. Is there any particular people out there that you would like to see recast as T'Challa? Are you down for the whole Ryan Gosling hashtag kind of nonsense fun stuff out there? Or is there a specific black actor out there that you would really love to see in the role? Are there any of your favorite picks in there? Do you like some of the ideas of which one of these guys are out there? Because as always, boys and girls, we know a lot of the time that Hollywood puts this kind of information out there. They leak it to these people so that way they can see what the fan gauge and the fan reaction to all of this is. So make sure you make your voices heard because you, the audience, are changing the direction of Marvel, and they could not and they will not be able to go forward without your support and without your success. So make your voices heard. Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out the links in the description as well. All right, from comicbookmovie.com and our dear sweet Josh Wilding says, according to a new rumor, Marvel Studios has considered / is considering at least 3 actors for the role of T'Challa, likely Townsend in the MCU, and we have names. You can find more details here. With rumors continuing to swirl about Marvel Studios' plan to cast a new T'Challa for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we may finally have a clearer idea of who will lead the Black Panther franchise moving forward. Earlier this week, you might have seen some social media chatter about a random YouTube channel plucking a few different names out of a hat. Today, we have word from a scooper with a proven track track record, My Time to Shine Hello. And while we'd recommend taking this with a pinch of salt for now, always take this with a giant grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen, our sources say there may be something to this. I don't know who comicbookmovie.com's sources are. I don't know. I've never really seen them break anything or leak anything major out here, but My Time to Shine Hello has had a pretty good track record in the past. So according to the prolific leaker, some of the actor Marvel Studios was considering to play the new T'Challa are John David Washington, Kelvin Harrison Jr., and Arian Pierre. And as you can see the pictures down here on this one. Now, obviously, this guy right here, of course, is what do we got here? Pierre. We know this guy has been cast in the new Green Lantern series coming from HBO Max. So guess what? He's probably out of the running. And there's a good possibility this might also be the same guy that gave, the big FU to Disney Marvel out there, not wanting any part of their garbage hot nonsense that they've been putting out for the last few years. So obviously that one's probably out of the running on that. But we've got a couple of the others over here as well. You've got these guys. So we'll have to see what's going on with all of the rest of that. So following Chadwick Boseman's passing, Black Panther Wakanda Forever killed the MCU's T'Challa with his sister Shuri, inheriting the mantle. For now, she'll continue to serve in that role, but who knows what sort of multiversal madness will lead to the original Black Panther's return. Well, I don't think there's any reason to do it, and you don't necessarily have to do something to where the Black Panther necessarily returns, although that's probably exactly the way they're going to do it, because we've been talking about this for quite a while on this channel over here, that Kevin Feige is absolutely... And even in our past channel, but the old one before it got nuked and all of that kind of stuff, we were talking about this for a long time, ever since we heard the rumors of like Civil War, or where not the rumors of, but of like Secret Wars and Secret Invasion and all of that. And we got the Secret Invasion, obviously, which was an abysmal show on Disney Plus out there. But we heard about the Secret Wars and with the Russos coming back and all that kind of stuff. When we heard about those rumors a long time ago, we knew we had a very good idea that Kevin Feige was absolutely going to use Secret Wars as an excuse to get rid of the people that aren't working, the characters aren't working in the MCU, and bring back other fan favorites. And that would be a perfect excuse for them to bring back Black Panther and have it to where Shuri is no longer Black Panther, because trust me, as we've seen time and time again with the MCU, that garbage doesn't work. It ain't going to work for Captain Black America, and it certainly wasn't going to work with female Black Panther going forward either. So needless to say, that's where we're at. Letitia Wright was asked about her MCU future last year, and despite playing coy, all but confirmed she'll return for the role of Shuri soon. It's let's just say I would like to continue with Shuri. She's one of my favorite characters. Such a blessing, honestly. I kid you not, I'm so grateful for her. There's a lot coming up. And don't get me wrong, I really like Letitia Wright as an actress. She was even very vocal about a certain little thing out there not too long ago that I really appreciate anybody standing up and pushing back against, especially out there in Hollywood. But it's one of them situations where, yeah, she's great, but there's no reason she can't go right back to her role as the little tech genius that she was from the original series, the original information out there. And it's one of those things, you love her in that role. She's a good supporting character. She's a great supporting actress, and she does a really good job. But she's not Black Panther, and she never will be. We have seen this stuff tried in the comics time and time again, and it always fails and it always flops every single time. So since that interview, Denzel Washington has revealed that he will star in Black Panther 3 in Marvel Studios. Meanwhile, further confirmed that the threequels in the works from the producer Nate Moore's exit from the studio was announced. And that's one of those things. There's a lot of stuff that's going to change. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on before that. And it's things I'm glad to see that things are moving forward with all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to see what happens. Expected to be released after Avengers Secret Wars, which completely and totally makes sense, because how else are you going to bring in this new T'Challa, this new Black Panther out there without doing it through Secret Wars? This is just literally lines up with more stuff before. Could My Time to Shine Hello be wrong? Absolutely. It is absolutely, completely, and totally a possibility. But at the end of the day, they've got a very proven track record, boys and girls. I like reporting on rumors. We're fans. We like to speculate. We like to talk about this kind of stuff. We like to go over and theorize and everything else. And that's exactly what we're doing around here. The other advantage of this is now with the way Hollywood currently is, if fans make their voices heard, if videos like this do really well, if comments in the section down below let everybody know which actor you'd really like, it absolutely does influence these studios' decisions, because they have gotten to a point now where they realize they can no longer ignore their fan base. They have tried going and chasing that new modern audience, and all it did was cost them hundreds of billions of dollars and ostracize a lot of the very loyal fans that they had had for a long time. So yes, Disney, Marvel, recast Black Panther, recast T'Challa, give us a new version going forward, because it's a character that a lot of fans, this common nerd included, absolutely love and want to see do well going forward in the MCU. So make the smart decision, Kevin Feige, and respect Chadwick Boseman's family's wishes. Recast the character and give us a wonderful, great actor that can push forward with this role going forward for a very long time, because that is what fans deserve. And hey, guess what? Strange concept that you now have clearly found out to be true. You make the fans happy and will make you rich. If you don't, well, you've seen the last few years, haven't you, Feige?